Good evening, Masters. Namaste to all. Once again, Rituji, I welcome you all, and we are privileged you are taking the sessions with us. I'm very excited, and the other Masters all, to listen to your third session, which is change in energy and factors influencing it. Dear Masters, if you do not know any background about Rituji is a lifestyle entrepreneur and she is mindfulness practitioner and facilitator. She has been doing meditation for past 20 years and she has taught in various other places, and she teaches yoga and meditation sessions in various parts of the world, and she values sustainability, abundance, and blissfulness. And according to Rituji, the root of all is Anapanasati meditation. So we welcome once again Rituji. The platform is yours, and we are doing Masters the third session with Rituji, and the topic for today is change in energy and factors influencing it. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Rituji. Thank you so much. And dear Masters and energy beings, welcome to the third wisdom session on enlightened energy. So you can keep your video on. It will be more interactive. If nothing special, but I'm okay with your comfort. So dear Masters, it is very important that there are 5 process steps to reach to the enlightened energy that we will be covering in the 6th session. I really want you to focus. The first 2 sessions are the first 2 steps of this process is from unconscious to conscious energy being. Once we are conscious about our energy, we can experience within us how this energy feels, whether it's shrinking or expanding. Only when we experience, we can understand. And when we understand this energy, then we can channelize it to the enlightened level. So this is a 5 fingers, always remember from the energy perspective. We will revisit. We all are energy beings, whether we know it or not. But when we don't know, we are unconscious. It's just that we don't look ourselves from that perspective. But now we are conscious energy beings, which means we check every time what we are feeling, what we are thinking. For example, to every event, for example, early in the morning when you wake up, do you check what is my energy feels like? Do you check whoever you meet, whichever place you visit, or whatever you're doing, what is my energy? So when you become conscious, you start checking this energy. When you start checking, you start experiencing that, oh, is it shrinking or is it expanding? Early in the morning, do I wake up like, oh, okay, another day of office? Or do you wake up like, wow, so many things I have to cover today. I got another day. So when you experience all the important events of your life from the energy perspective, you're able to understand where is this energy level in the past session, we saw the consciousness level of human being from thought perspective, and also the emotional levels from the vibration perspective. So we understand where are we, and accordingly, we have to create our energy, which is in alignment with the enlightened energy. So this is the 5 process, my dear friends, which we are covering in the 6th session. And today, the 3rd session, we will be covering, reaching from unconscious. We have already reached to conscious state of understanding ourselves as energy being, and we have started to experience on a daily basis, and we are understanding which level we are. The next 3 sessions will focus only on from understanding to channelizing ourselves to the enlightened level. So welcome again to the 3rd session. I will just share my I will share the PPTs. Yes. So today's topic is change in energy and factors influencing it. Let's have a quick recap. We are energy beings. This is the flow system, energy flow system that we have in our, I'll just take the screen here. So this is the energy flow system in our body. Please identify yourself as 5 bodies rather than just physical body. And this energy system is transformative. So we work more on it. If we understand the aspects of energy, it is transformative. It is influenced by 2 things, the thought and the emotions. So going to my next slide. The thoughts have different level of consciousness. We saw right from egocentric to cosmocentric. And as the level of consciousness progress, even our energy level rise. And what we saw, the emotional level, we saw all the emotions that we have and what vibrational frequency each brings. Understanding that below courage is where our energy shrinks, and courage and above is where we rise in our energy levels. So we have to focus ourselves only from enlightenment to courage. And we have, whenever we find ourselves below courage, we have to switch on, create our energy or channelize an energy to 200 and above. Friends, today's session, dear masters, is about now why does this energy change in our body, in our being? Like in a day, we are sometime in anger. There are sometime we are suddenly in peace. We are in fear. We have desire. Then we also have the moment of enlightenment in the very same day or in the very same week. So this is not steady. With enlightened people, the emotion and the thought level are quite steady, but we run around all of them, many of them. So what is the reason behind it? This is what we are going to see today. The third very important aspect of energy is to also see it from the perspective of the law of universe. So friends, our ancient scholars have told that this universe runs because of certain rules, with certain rules. And these rules are very important to understand because they create our reality. So I found there are some scholars who have given 12 universal laws, but I like the Hermetic principle because it covers overall a lot of them. So let us visit each of them one by one. The first universal law or the nature of universe says that universe is mental. Our thought is basically nothing but mental cognition. So our thoughts lead to the manifestation of things and events. Dear masters, so what it says is, and why do you see there is a genie here? Because the universe considers us as masters, because we are part of the Brahman, we are part of the cosmic world, which is the source of all life, which is the ultimate God. And we are part of that. So universe considers us as masters. That's why we call each other masters. And it says, whatever you think, so be it. I bless you with that. It doesn't understand whether you are asking out of ignorance or you are asking what. Whatever you are asking, that is your reality. So if you say, I cannot do, the universe says, so be it. If you say, I can do, I will do, it says, so be it. So there is a very interesting story in Mahabharata. When the Kauravas and the Pandavas were having war, They went to Sri Krishna for the help. We all must be knowing this. So Pandavas asked Sri Krishna to be in their side, and Duryodhan from Kauravas asked the Narayani Sena, the Krishna's soldiers. So you see, Pandavas were very smart. They asked the Sri Krishna's guidance, which is the thought, versus thousands of physical, strength, what was Kaurav had. And we know the ultimate result of that war. So one enlightened thought which guides versus thousands of physical strength. That's the power of mentalism, or that's the power of thought. I will also, have a very interesting story I will share, which will help us to see the other aspects of our universal laws, which guides, which rules this life that we are living. Thomas Edison, we all have heard of. He was the greatest scientist of his century, of the century he lived in. He invented light bulb that we are enjoying today, the internet, the power and all, everything. So Thomas Edison, when he was small, he came from a school and he got a letter for his mother from his teacher. And he handed that letter to the mother and said, "My teacher has asked you to read it. What does it tell?" So mother opened the letter, she read, and she told to Thomas Edison that the letter reads that your child is a genius and our school is too small for you and for your child, and we don't have good teachers. So please teach him at home. And that's what exactly Thomas Edison's mom did. And we know that he was one of the greatest scientists of his era. After long years, he had already become famous and invented so many things, and his mother had died as well. Son one day found that letter, which he got that, many years back from the school. And he opened the letter, and what he written was, "Your child is mentally deficient, and we cannot keep him in a school, he's expelled." Thomas Edison got very emotional. He wrote in his diary, Thomas A. Edison, who was a mentally deficient child, his mother turned him to be the genius of the century. Friends, that's what thought can do. That's what magic that thought can do. Let's move on to the second principle, keeping in mind the story and see it from that perspective. The second principle is the principle of correspondence, which means what is above is below, what is within is without. This means how we look to the world outside depends on what our inner world is. So, friend, in the case of Thomas Edison, if the mom, like us when we were new parents, and if we would have received such a letter from the school, we would have gone so anxious, worried, and whatnot, and probably in the spurt have also been angry on our child, and we'd be so bothered. But here, Thomas Edison's mom, her internal world was different. She had confidence. She knew what the nature of my child requires. And she accepted that. She showed if you remember that emotional chart, she was courageous, she was acceptant, she was neutral. She was so loving to her son. This is true love. So your internal world makes you see the outside world. This is the second principle of correspondence. And also, what is above is below. If you are part of this universal consciousness, then within you is also the universal consciousness. Remember that. That's your true nature. Let's go to the third principle. Now, just how does it make, impact when we are seeing it from the energy perspective, that what we are thinking, the first law that the universe is mental, what we are thinking, because we have seen in our second session the level of consciousness of thought and of emotion. So what you are thinking is your reality. It's your choice where you want to take your energy to, your reality to. Similarly, what inner world that you have made is your reality. So, and the third principle is the principle of vibration. These three principles, if you see, is actually the law of attraction or the law of manifestation, in which they say the third principle of vibration is even above law of attraction or manifestation, means you make your own reality, because you have seen the vibrational frequency of all the emotions. So in which vibration you are vibrating, you are attracting that level of consciousness. And so it is important to vibrate in that level to attract what you want. You cannot want something and vibrate in fear. It cannot be that you want something and your vibration is in the worry level, anxiety level. So it is very important that the level you are vibrating. So the moment you get fear, switch on. You know you are in fear. Because now you are a conscious energy being. Just switch on. Switch to another. Channelize your energy to courage. Channelize your energy to acceptance, to neutralization. There's a very interesting incident which happened with me a week back. We these days see so many reels. So I was watching one of the reel of Jay Shetty. So he was being interviewed by one of his friends. And his friend asked him, Jay, so you say thought makes your reality. So what are you thinking? And he was zapped. He was zapped because, yes, thought makes reality, but I never frequently ask myself, what am I thinking? Am I thinking what I want to make reality of mine? So am I thinking my purpose? Am I thinking my service? Because that's to what he, clearly wants to do in his life. So he always want to. So this is what you should always ask. What am I thinking? Because that is where you are creating your life. You are creating. So so consciousness, therefore, is the first very important level. Going forward, second. Uh-oh. There's a time lapse acting from India. So the fourth principle is the principle of polarity. It's very interesting. Everything in the universe is dual. We know that everything has its pair of opposites. For example, when we say hot, the opposite is cold. Now, what it says is that the opposites are identical in nature. This is very interesting to know from the energy perspective. That is, if a coffee is hot, then after some time it will become cold. So if there is hot, the cold definitely coexists with it. They are not two different things, but they are thin poles of the same thing. So how do we understand this from energy perspective is, in our life, anything comes, which is, let's say, a very good high moment of our life, then understand there is also a low moment which will follow it, which is hidden behind it. And if there is any low moment, then no, there is a positive thing behind it. So what I'm trying to say is, if there is a very positive incident that has happened, no, there is a negative also hidden in it. If you cannot see, no worries. But know that maybe you are not able to see it right now, but there is something hidden. Again, going to Edison's story. was the letter negative? Mom thought, oh no, there's something positive also in this. Let me take the positive part of it. How can I understand or take out the best out of my child? Similarly, in life, if there is any positive incident, we tend to get so overwhelmed. Then understand, it will help us to balance ourselves in that moment. That maybe is what is negative in that. Maybe I can get, very overconfident, or anything can happen. So be balanced and be aware of both. That's the principle of polarity. Now, the next principle is principle of rhythm. What principle of rhythm says is everything flows. Nothing is stagnant. So the day will follow with the night will follow with the day. So everything will rise, everything will fall. If you are taking the pendulum to the degree to the right side, with a similar degree, it will go to the left side. So what it says is, during your good times, also know this will also go away. And during a tough time, also know that this will also go away. So never get affected. They are just temporary. Going to the next, the principle of cause and effect. Everything that is happening has a cause. It's not necessary that we are able to see it today, because there are many planes of causation. So first day, I remember there was a question to me that things can come from our past lives and all that. So yes, we don't know from which plane it is coming. But if it has happened with you, anything, don't ask why me. It has come to you with some reason to take you forward. The whole universe is like, circular things will come back to you. At what point, we don't know. So this principle says that there is a cause and there is an effect. I'm remembering another very interesting story from Mahabharata. This is a story I would also repeat in my next session, but there is some association here. So when Sri Krishna went as a messenger from Pandavas to Kauravas, to not do the war, but settle down with before, if we can avoid the war, Duryodhan didn't accept that. He said, I will do the war. And the reason Duryodhan is like this is, Duryodhan said to Sri Krishna, the problem is not that I don't know what is right and wrong with me. The problem is not that I'm not understanding what is good and what is bad. The problem is that I'm not able to control myself and not, being against with Pandavas. That is not in my control. And that is my problem. Now, what is the cause of it? If we say, Duryodhan was raised by his uncle Shakuni. And he, right from his childhood, all he did was to put in this child's mind that Pandavas are the enemies. Right from the childhood, all he was feeded was that Pandavas was his enemy. And if he want to rule, he has to always demand from his father, who is in madly love attached with his son. It is like son's love. He's blind also in his son's love. So get the attachment and attention from father, and from what point? Always be against Pandavas. So that is what he was feeded, and that led to the day where war would have happened. Now, if you see why Shakuni did this, we have to go one generation again back, when Bhishma took the marriage proposal of Gandhari, of Dhritarashtra to the Gandhars. Initially, Gandhars thought that the proposal is for Pandu. who was the king. But when they got to know that it was for Dhritarashtra, who was a blind man, they were really offended. They were so offended, of course, because Pandavas was such a mighty kingdom that time that nobody could, say against them. So they accepted, Gandhari accepted that, I would somehow compromise by tying my eyes as well. But this really offended them. Things happened and they couldn't see their daughter, living her life with, blindfolded. And then, if you know that there was a war between Gandhar and the Pandavas, the Hastinapur, which the Gandhars lost definitely because this was a very powerful kingdom. And the 6-7 chiefs were put in jail in the Hastinapur. Among them was also Shakuni, who was the youngest. Now they said, we couldn't win the war against Kaurav, but we have to finish their whole clan. With that in their mind, in the jail, all they did every day was to build a strategy how to finish this clan of Pandavas. And what did they do is they prepared Shakuni, the youngest, who would also be Gandhari's own brother, plan such a way that he lives in their kingdom and then mind wash the child, so that this is the power of thought, this is the power of cause and effect. We don't know what is happening, why it is happening, when it will happen, but whatever is happening with you is for some reason. And when we accept it, we channelize our best foot forward to actually progress in our energy and enlightened energy. The next principle is the principle of gender, which says that everything has masculinity and femininity in it. So the whole universe is made such that is both are combined. Now, by masculine, we mean the logical, analytical, and linear thought processes. And by feminine, we mean the intuition, the creative, compassionate, and holistic thought processes. If you see, even the best inventions of the world had not only logic, but it was the intuition which took them to the conclusion, to the victory, to the success of that invention. Because any new journey has to be based on intuition. Only when the journey is finished, you can see backward and find the logic behind it, why it happened. But when it is everyday new, it is the intuition, it's the creativity which takes you forward. Now, the reason of dividing this into, masculinity, femininity, or polarity, like, opposites, cold, hot, or rhythm, the two sides of it, if it will go to left, it will also go to the right, is just for us to understand better so that we can create or channelize this energy. If I give you a dish, you will eat it, you will enjoy it. But if I ask you to create this dish, you want me to give you the ingredient of it, isn't it? Then you can, that's what Master Chef do. They taste it and they know what ingredients has gone inside it. And if I want to make it better, what I can add more. So these are just, broken down. They exist holistically. But when we see something positive, we do not see something negative in that. When we see something negative, we do not see positive in that. So these principles are the guiding, very important aspects that we have to understand from the energy perspective. This today has given us, a lot of the 3 sessions. The first, that we are energy beings, we have the energy system, Second, that how this regulates in our body through our thoughts and through our emotions. And now the thoughts and emotions, we know how we can measure at what level of consciousness they are. Now we know that. Now we also know that what the emotions, that which level or vibration level our emotions are. And today what we saw is what can lead it to change. So we are trying to understand this system of a human being from the energy perspective, so that we can make our remote control and we can actually customize based on what works for us. When we understand what drives this universe, when we understand how do we measure our energy, and when we understand what are the systems in our body. So friends, as Albert Einstein said, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy, this is physics. So this is what the next 3 sessions of us would focus, that actually you cannot help if you start following the process of matching your frequency to the reality you want. It's not that it will not happen with you. You cannot help. That's the process. Just surrender yourself to the process. That is why the 5 steps. Till now we were not aware, but now we are aware, we are a conscious being. So everything, even especially my close ones, the important people in my life, in my office, I just see, check what energy have I exchanged with them and they have exchanged with me. I have to take it to the level of channelizing to the enlightened, because we are in that journey. The 6th session, I won't say that it will be enough to reach the enlightened level, but this session would definitely initiate our journey, and probably we will have the map to navigate it to the enlightenment. So friends, time we start our meditation. We have like half an hour and we will do the chakra meditation. If you have any questions regarding today's or even the 2nd session, we can have for 10 minutes. If anyone has missed, if they have joined late. Any questions related to the laws of the universe or the principles of truth? Yes, Sudhiji?
Yeah, you're talking about cause and effect.
Yes.
I can think of an example, not a good
Right.
example, but it is political. About 2.5 years ago, or 2 years ago, in Maharashtra politics, is about that. Kangana Ranaut, the great actress and a movie supporter, she wrote something, Twitter she commented, criticizing the chief minister, that is Uddhav Thackeray. Uddhav Thackeray got angry, and she's such a powerful person. She's saying that to me. He instructed his Shakuni, that is Sanjay Raut, find something and punish her. So Sanjay Raut, he destroyed her flat, which was 4th story in Mumbai, just giving a very silly reason, saying that it's not built according to the rules of the council, council, and her office is there in the kitchen, this and that. So they went 4th story high and destroyed it. She felt very sad, Kangana Ranaut, but she's a very bold lady. At that time, she had said, Uddhav, today you are destroying my flat, but I will make sure that one day your ghamand will be tutegi. Now that has come back to Uddhav Thackeray. He has lost everything. He has lost his chief ministership. He has lost his all the MLAs, MPs, all everything. So there was a when he Uddhav Thackeray said he didn't know at that time whatever evil thing he said. There was something which happened quite opposite to that. I don't know whether it is a good correct example of it or not.
No, definitely. All actions, whatever we are responsible for our, actions, and whatever is then coming to it, we have to understand, that this must be for me to learn something.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. So, shall we move to now meditation? I would request Leelaji to put the music. I will stop the screen. Request everyone to sit comfortably. So they say to reach to enlightened level, it's a matter of thousands and thousands of hours of meditation. So meditation is very important. This is what is practical. So I would request everyone to sit comfortably with your eyes closed. We will first try to go to the alpha state. Alpha state is a state where your breathing, basically your electrical activity of the brain comes down, and then you are in a state which is more relaxed, where you can go to lot of you're within more deeper actually. So first we will come to the alpha state by relaxing, keeping our eyes closed, relaxing each and every part of your body. Make sure that your legs, your whole body, your legs are really supported either to the ground or you've folded it. Find a strong grounding on the surface you're sitting. Put all your body weight on the ground. Take a few deep breaths in and out so that you begin to slow down your breathing. Deep breath, it goes deeper from your nose to your navel and from your navel to the nose. Feel the relaxation begin to flow with your breath throughout your body. Cut yourself from the past. Cut yourself to think about the future. Come to the present moment where you are meditating, going within yourself in a fully relaxed state. Relax your muscles in your head, your Brain is fully relaxed and it is feeling lighter. You have a beautiful smile on your face. Your face muscles are fully relaxed. Your neck muscles are fully relaxed. Notice how light your whole head and neck now feel. Become aware of your arms and shoulders. Feel them becoming relaxed. Each muscles are getting into relaxation. Lighten your body. Release the tension and feel and become light. Become aware of your stomach and torso. Release the tension from there and feel light. Become aware of your legs and feet. Release the tension of the muscles into the air around you and become light. Now your whole body is light and relaxed. Your mind is fully relaxed. The muscles around your eyes are fully relaxed. You are in the present moment with your breath. No thoughts. Drop all your thoughts. Be with your breath. Imagine that you are in a place of relaxation that suits you the most. Under the tree, surrounded by the greenery, and a water stream flowing close to yourself. Nobody is there. You are alone, sitting for your meditation. Spend as long as you want to be here. Feel the air, the relaxed state of being, a joyful state of being. With your breath, bring yourself fully to the present moment. Enjoying the lightness of your body. Go more deeper within yourself. Each and every muscles of your mind is fully relaxed. Observe the breath. Take your awareness below the base of your spine to your root chakra. Allow your roots to connect down to ground, below deep, into the earth. Give all your thoughts, worries, tiredness to this ground. Envision a light that is coming from the ground inside your spinal to the root chakra, empowering you. Your mind is fully relaxed. Just feel the empowerment. Feel you're empowered. Feel you are grounded. Feel you are safe, secured, steady. You are thriving. You are smiling. Feel the strength. Now allow your awareness to move up just below your belly button to your sacral chakra of emotional intelligence. Feel the creative energy flowing in this chakra freely. Feel the unconditional joy. That is your birthright. Without stressing your mind, just enjoy the unconditional joy. Feel that you deserve to enjoy every moment of your life, every role that you're playing in your life. You are enjoying it to the most. You're enjoying the challenges and you're also enjoying the achievements. Because you are the joyful being. And pleasure is your birthright. There is no reason outside. There is always, we have to create the energies, the emotions within us. Nourish yourself with joy, with pleasures that every moment should bring in your life. Be free. Don't constrain yourself. Feel free. Let your energy flow freely. Let you be in the best pleasant stage of your life at every moment. Your sacral chakra is empowering with this free flow of energy. Because you do not fear to enjoy. You do not constrain yourself from any enjoyment and pleasure of life. Now move your awareness up to the navel, to your solar plexus chakra. This is the place of your personal power, of your self-esteem, about your confidence. Value yourself. Feel what valuing yourself means. Feel your confidence. Feel your courage empowering you, empowering your solar plexus. See how growth and development brings a next evolvement in your life, next level of evolvement in your life, and how much pleasure it gives to grow, to develop, and to be successful. You are successful anyways. You are an enlightened being anyways. It's just we have to reach to that core of our true nature. Feel motivated. Feel the willingness to learn more, to be more, to come out of whatever challenges you. Your persistency in everything that you do. Your vibes. It is so enthusiastic. Now allow your awareness to rise up on your center of your chest to your heart chakra. Feel the compassion. Feel the love energy for the whole universe. Let this love feeling grow. Let go of all that is constraining you about people, about place, about an event. Slowly release it from your heart. Forgive others and forgive yourself. Feel the freedom that loves brings, pure love. Feel the connection with every living world that exists. Feel the connection with the whole universe. Now allow your awareness to rise up to your throat chakra, which is the chakra of self-expression. Feel the calmness in your throat chakra. Feel the voice that matters, which is communicated effectively, impactfully. Clearly, openly. Empower this chakra so that you add the value to every conversation and you do not speak or utter anything which is wasteful, like gossip or etc. Empower this chakra by being and feeling the patience to listen and feeling safe and to express yourself, your truth. Now, allow your awareness to rise up to the center of your forehead, between your eyebrows, to the third eye chakra of wisdom and intuition. Go beyond your mind and beyond your feelings. Just surrender for the larger truth to be expressed through you. Feel the inner voice, the inner space within you from which you hear your inner voice. Your intuition, your self-talk, all lies within you. And you are able to hear, able to visualize from your third eye the bigger picture of your existence. Feel faith in this universal consciousness. Feel the honor of your inner knowing and the trust that your path, individual path of life has. Feel the feeling of surrendering to the highest good. Feel being divine. Now allow your awareness to rise to the top of your head, to your crown chakra, and become one with this universe. Just come out of your boundaries and just expand, 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 expand to the infinite. There is just oneness. Feel gratitude to be part of such a vast universe. Feel the connection. Feel how infinite means. Transcend all the limitations. Feel this highest level of vibrancy, of the highest energy. Open yourself totally. Surrender yourself totally. Trust yourself is this whole divine cosmic potential. You are your highest potential. You are your highest possibility. Know your true self. Trust your journey. Behave like how an enlightened person will always behave. Now slowly bring your awareness back to your breath. Collect all the energy that you're feeling within and collect it in your belly button, on your solar plexus. As you're sitting in a very unique place where you feel most relaxed, under the tree, surrounded by greenery, with a water stream flowing close to you. It doesn't feel to come back, but as and when you are ready, slowly open your eyes. You can rub your hand, cover your eyes, give some energy to your face and the body, and slowly come out to this heaven. Thank you everyone for attending today's session. And I would really encourage more people, if we can help more people to join in, because the next 3 sessions will focus, after the recap, it will focus on what is stopping us to, the factors. And actually, when we understand that, then we are able to dissolve it more quickly and make our path, shorter. Of course, there is no shortcuts, but we need to have a map to navigate there. And this will be very helpful. So it is time. Thank you so much. See you again next week.
Thank you, Rituji, once again for the wonderful session. In fact, words are not coming. I'm still on, I think, on different planet. I'm sure others are also feeling the same. And again, very powerful topic. We are definitely trying to check our feelings and see how we're getting on. And Masters, Rituji is giving very precious time. As I said, it is the time now. We need to be receptive. We need to implement what we are listening and see, are we making changes in our lives? When you make the changes in your life, automatically you create energy around you and things will shift, things will improve. And you automatically, from duality, you will understand the purpose. What is there is always, if it is hot, the opposite cold, and if it is anger, the opposite is love. So you will go into the shift into that energy. So thank you once again for joining all the masters. Thank you, Rituji. Thank you, Leela ji, once again. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you.
Rituji and everyone who participated. Before we close, remember the whole week, ask yourself, check yourself, what you're feeling, energy is shrinking or expanding. And then we saw the level of consciousness and the vibrational frequency. Where do we stand? This much awareness we have to bring till we attend the next week's session, and then we'll take off from there.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. Good night, everyone. Namaste.